So this Linkin Park singer decided to kill himself, and he decided to do it on on Chris Cornell's birthday. And I'm literally just sitting here like scratching my head, trying to figure out what is up with this new trend of drama queen suicidal people. Now, I'll give you some context. I'm not talking about all people who commit suicide, so listen to that again before you shit your pants in the comment section. I'm not talking about all people who commit suicide. Just the other day, this guy decided to end his life by going skydiving, right? You hire a company, you go hop in the plane, and you do skydiving with a professional team. His wife was waiting on the ground at the airport base where they land later. This guy goes up. Right before he jumps out, he sends his wife a text message saying, "I'm not going to pull the cord. I'm going to a better place now." And then the motherfucking idiot jumps off the plane, doesn't pull the cord, and kills himself. Scarred for life, bitches! That poor lady is scarred for life. My point is, what is up with this trend of like dramatic drama queen suicidal people live streaming their suicides on Facebook, live streaming their suicides on YouTube, like turning it into like this poetic, crafty event, like a work of art. I literally said the other day, it's like a fucking social media trend now. Hashtag, suicidal selfies. Literally. Hashtag suicidal selfies. I mean, what the fuck? It's like the ice bucket challenge. It's like a trend now. So this dude from Linkin Park, who was supposed to be, he gave so much, your songs were so motivating, man. It helped me get through my darkest time. And then the guy just goes and kills himself with 6 kids. He commits suicide. Father of 6 kids. And I'm trying to figure out what brings somebody to this point. I know people are like, you sound so selfish. Look, again, I'm not talking about all people who commit suicide. I'm talking about this weird trend where it's almost like glorified, glamorized suicide. Glorified, glamorized suicide. Why would you cryptically decide to kill yourself on the birthday of Chris Cornell, who you said was a friend of yours, and Chris Cornell killed himself like a month or 2 ago? Why would you do that? Why do they turn it into this poetic? It really lends credence to this idea that people who commit suicide, there's this phrase that goes around that people who commit suicide are selfish. And for a long time I thought that's bullshit. You commit suicide is because you're at your wit's end. You don't know why you're here. You don't know what you're doing. But at the same time, man, when you leave a bunch of kids behind, you are the father. The father and the mother are the life energies that came together to create life, to create a child. You know how scarring it is when your father or your mother commits suicide? The very life energy that brought you to life, one half of that is extinguished. And it chose to extinguish itself. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out what brings. And I'm trying to find out if these are just a bunch of self-centered, narcissistic drama queens. And again, I'm not talking about all people who commit suicide. There's some people drive their car out silently to a parking lot somewhere and they end their lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who almost publicize, glamorize, dramatize. They turned it into literally hashtag suicide selfies. So, look, the reason I get so touchy on this subject, a big part of it is because, honestly, life is a baffling thing to me. You can look at life and sometimes life could seem like a very repetitive and pointless thing. Why am I here? Why do I wake up every day? Why do I go through these struggles? Why do I continue? Couldn't I just end my life? These are thoughts that go through any thinking person's head in a modern civilization where we have the first world luxury and privilege to even contemplate these things. I think that why are we here? What's the purpose of life? Are inevitable questions that any thinking person has to come to grips with. And I don't know what the purpose of life is. So I will say that it is a bit annoying to me to see a bunch of people, including celebrities who have literally no reason to complain, presumably, Everybody has their internal struggles. You can't really know what's going on in a person's life. But they do have the wealth. They got that out of the way. They can pay their rent at the end of the day. They have access to great health care. They can jet around in private planes. So why, my question isn't so much why are they killing themselves, but why are they doing it in these dramatized ways? So yes, that is part of the reason that it bothers me. Because we can sit here all day and ask ourselves, what's the point of life? Why don't we all just kill ourselves? Why are we here? These are questions I've struggled with, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that these are questions you ask because you're not truly fulfilled with life. The question itself, what's the point of life? Why are we here? To live, or to be or not to be? That is a question. Those are not questions you ask because they in and of themselves have merit. They in and of themselves are something to aspire to. Let's contemplate and obsess over these questions. These are questions you ask because you're dissatisfied with your life in an important way that you suppressed a long time ago, and you forgot you even made that choice to not live the life you really want to live. That's my belief. Why existential anxiety exists. Why these existential crises exist. And honestly, that's a side issue to why I'm even making this fucking video. But I do believe that that's why existential anxiety exists. You're not truly happy. And you forgot that you made choices. And you've gotten stuck into a habit of making choices subconsciously at this point. You don't even realize it. That steer your life away from joy. From the joy of living. From the joy of just experiencing this wonder called life. I mean, come on. You're alive. Countless people are starving and dying. Okay? People are stuck in prison. We don't know what happens after death. Nobody fucking knows. But we do know that we're alive. And we do know that we're experiencing something. I don't know, man. Seems like we should be grateful for what we do know we have, and not for what we can't be sure might exist on the other side of death. Seems a little silly to prioritize something completely unknown over what we can be sure of. Like your 6 fucking kids that you left behind to be traumatized. Like stop infecting people's minds with your fucking, ooh, I just killed myself on the birthday of Chris Cornell fucking drama queen horseshit. Keep that shit to yourself. Don't take everybody else down with you, like school shooters, mass shooters, suicide bombers. You're a mentally ill loser who doesn't enjoy his life. We need to figure out a way to help these people, but that doesn't change the fact that you're trying to take people down with you. That just adds on to the concept that people who commit suicide are selfish. And look, I listened to a lot of Linkin Park over the years. It's not like I hate this guy. But anyways, this is 8 minutes into the video. It's too late for me to say, oh, I like... all the Linkin Park fans are going to be smashing the dislike button. But if I'd said that at the beginning of the video, they'd probably be like, well, okay, maybe, I'm just tired of what appears to be like this hashtag suicide selfies trend. It's fucking annoying. Stop glamorizing your suicide. Stop doing cryptic shit. Stop turning into like this big fucking event. Please fucking stop.
Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.